All right. All right. I think we live. Says there's an issue. We live, Jawa? We live, Jawa? Oh, we are. We
I
live,
don't know.
Jawa?
I guess we are.
We are. We are. For some reason, it gave me a weird error, but
Huh.
that's okay. We're live. Hey guys, just wanted to do a quick Patreon stream here. I am making the Drake Herald video right now, and I just got the rough cut done. It's obviously showing the wrong display here, so let me fix that. It's how weird. Okay, done. Okay. Oh gosh, make sure it's showing the right stuff here. I thought I had it on the right stuff. Fit to screen. Okay, there we go. So yeah, so what I'm doing is I'm editing the Drake Herald video right now, and man, does it look washed out? How's the stream look? Looks a little too blue. It's the HDR. Nothing ever does the HDR settings correctly. I don't know if it works great, like for me, but it doesn't work great for everybody else. So, okay, hopefully that will look better. Let's see if it does. Sorry for the late start on this one. Oh, yeah, that looks way better. Okay. So, yeah, editing the Drake Herald video. I got a bunch of music already ready for it. So I wanted to show you guys how I score here. In Jawa, we're actually in public comms right now. If any patrons are watching this live, feel free to hop in there and talk. See, Skidmark is currently listening to Spotify. Blackstar is not online, and Cindy is not online. Hopefully, you guys will enjoy this later on. I know Blackstar likes to watch some behind the scenes stuff, part of the creative process stuff. So even though this is a stream, obviously you guys can watch it later. But yeah, it should be a good time here. Okay. Let me bring up all my stuff here so we can see what's going on. Say something real quick, Jawa.
Something real quick, Jawa.
Okay, there we go. So this video is also for Jawa because he might be using a program I call well, I don't call it, but the makers call it Alex Audio Butler, and it's an audio program that I bought. It works as a plugin. I have the one for Adobe Premiere, but they have a plugin for DaVinci Resolve, and I think Final Cut Pro, which is only Mac, I believe. Anyway, it basically automates your audio once you get everything in and get it ready to go. So what I've done is I have my video. I finished all my rough cut here. So this is the whole video at once here. So it goes out to about 40, I don't know, 47, 48 minutes, something like that. Right. And so what I do is I create a separate fourth audio track down here in Premiere. And the way you do that is you actually gotta click kind of down by the mix thing and hit add tracks. And then you don't want to do a video track, so I just hit 0 there, but it'll add an audio track. So if I hit OK, it would add a audio track 5 under the A4 track. So, which is fine. So I'm going to keep this here as A4 because I just added this. And then I have a music folder here. And up here, I have a bunch of songs highlighted. Now, these are downloads from a place called Epidemic Sound, and let me actually bring that up. It's a really cool site, and what it'll do. Let me log in off screen real quick. Okay, now I logged in. So you can see there's all this type of music on here, and we can actually, because we pay a subscription, we can download this as much as we want, and we can play it, and we can use it in our videos and stuff. So to give you an idea, this might be a little bit loud, but we're gonna play Frozen Thunder because this is one of the, I guess, a recommendation here. Ooh, I kind of like that. Let's turn it up a little bit.
Couldn't hear it.
Well, you got to listen to the video, bro. It's not going to go through Discord.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I just can't see the video, but I'll watch it afterwards.
Okay. It's pretty good. It's a little bit in the type of style that I like. I love Nicholas Johansson here. Let's the end of all things. I think I already have this, but let's hear it. Oh yeah, I got this one. So we'll go ahead and I want to listen to this other one. A little too cheerful. Nope, too cheerful. Let's hear this one.
This doesn't do cheerful.
I do for some videos. That drags out too long. Let's hear Android Dreams. Ooh, I like that first part. This is a nice kind of ambient. These are obviously all instrumentals. I don't mind that at all. I kind of like that. I don't think I've ever had that one. So I'll go ahead and download this one. I'll download the full mix. I'm going to download Frozen Thunder. Boom. And we'll do End of All Things as well, even though I think I already have it. And so those are all downloaded. I'll move this guy over. I'll pop up my music folder. Actually, I need to go to downloads. And here's those three guys right here. So I'll just highlight them and I'll drag them in. And actually, at the End of All Things here, I'm going to put that, because that's more of a fight song, and I'll put that in the fight directory. So this is what we're going to use. If it's not enough, we'll just keep it going. It should be enough, though. So I'm going to copy everything. I'm going to take out, whoops, I'm going to take out fight. And we'll go ahead and just drag them as is into the video. We are not going to edit the sound of these. That is the whole purpose of Alex Audio Butler, is to be able to audit the sound and all that stuff. So let me pop out this chat real quick, just in case anybody gets on. Okay. So with that, I'm going to attempt to throw them into audio 4, which I guess I need to click on that thing. There we go. So I'm going to put them there, and I'm going to ripple delete. Oh, no, I can't. So one of the things about Premiere is you got to make sure everything is perfectly lined up, right? And sometimes it's weird, and it doesn't like to line things up. Actually, I'm going to delete all those because I want the very first one to be Night Stalker. So let's put it in right now, and then we'll zoom in and make sure to let it snap, and let's hear what it sounds like. Well, first I'll let you hear it without the audio turned on. Whoops. Nick just tried to do a voiceover. My bad. Okay. Let's actually mute the track, and let's hear it without the music on. Hey folks, it's Fist-25 back at you with another Drake Interplanetary Ship review. This time it is on the Drake Herald with. Okay, so now let's turn the music on. You'll see this can be really loud. Folks, it's Fist-25 back action with another Drake intro. So as you can see, this time it is on. You could barely hear me on that because the music is so loud, but Alex Audio Butler is going to fix that. It's actually going to do compression, limiting, gain, automatic gain controls, all in the background. So it's a pretty nice little tool. So now that I got Night Stalker in there, I'm going to grab the rest and we'll see what we like here. See, we're not going to take Fight or Night Stalker again. I think it's going to be too much. Of course, it doesn't want me to put it in. What is the deal? Sometimes Adobe is just weird, man. You notice that, Jawa?
Yeah, from time to time. Yeah, there are some things like on the transitions, it won't do a smooth transition between the two clips. It picks one side or the other.
Well, but it's not snapping right now, which is it's very odd.
Huh.
I don't know why it wouldn't be snapping to the other track. I must have hit something and turned it off, which I have no idea. I have no idea what I hit. Oh, well, okay. Maybe this will snap in now. Hey, it snaps in now. Okay. I must have accidentally hit a key or something. I must have hit S. So we'll start putting these songs in. One at a time. Let's see. Crossing that bridge. Yep. And then we'll do the one we just downloaded, Frozen. Was it Frozen Thunder, I think? Yeah. And so that's going to end up clipping into a little bit of Jawa's fight scene. So we're going to actually move this up and we're going to snap this to the end of previous entry into the video, right? So we're going to snap it to that. Actually, we're going to snap it to that. And then I will put an effect in there to bleed it out. So because during his fight scene, we're going to want to be able to hear fight music at a louder volume. So I'm actually going to need to go in here and add another track. So we're going to hit 0 for video. We're going to add a 5th audio track. A5 over here, as you can see. Okay. And then we're going to go into the fight folder, and we have 2 songs in here. Expanding Elliptic, which is just one I just was listening to today, and I really liked it. I thought this would make a great little fight song. Let's see how long it is, because the fight scene's not very long at all. So the song is way longer than it needs to be. So what we'll do is I don't want to transition off of it. Whoops. So I will cut it right here. And I will take this and move it up to the other audio track. And the reason I'm doing that is because it's going to bleed in and out, but it's going to, when it's down here in audio 5, it's going to be louder than it is in audio 4. And that's the way I'm going to set up the Audio Butler. So this song will write out the rest of our video in the outro here. And then this is too short, so we're not going to put anything towards the end there. So this should sound pretty nice. I won't even have to fade it out at the end. It'll fade out by itself. And so this is a quick scoring of, only a 47-minute video. It's not that many songs. They're a little bit longer than you think. It's funny how like 3 to 4 minute songs can just really add up quick. So with that being said, we'll do a little taste of the video. And the audio is going to blow this video out of the water, so just so you know. Now you see over here where it went into the 0, that's actually too high. It becomes distorted. So probably in YouTube right now, it actually became distorted because the music's too high. Right? That's too loud. Over here, same thing. Music's too loud. Normally I would turn it down. And then on the fight scene, I kind of like that beat. It's probably distorted and loud, so I apologize for that, guys. So, with that being said, I'm not going to show you how to install Alex Audio Butler. There's other videos on YouTube to show you how to do that kind of stuff. But I am going to show you inside Premiere kind of what we do. First, I need to save the project. I'll go up to, I believe we're in the editing workflow right here. And we need to go to audio track mixer. And it looks like this. Okay. To show you our different audio tracks. So we have audio 1, which is the game. Audio 2, which is my microphone from recording the video. Audio 3 is Discord from when I record the video. And we're not going to get anything in here because I didn't use Discord to record anything. But I leave it in there just in case at some point I need to do that. And I would put voice on there if I was going to use it. Audio 4 is the main soundtrack for when we're talking and when the video is being made. And then audio 5 is just for the fight scene. So it's going to be, the music's going to be a higher gain. So over here under the audio track mixer, we see the different channels here. We see channel, basically, this is audio 1, this is audio 2, this is audio 3, audio 4, audio 5, and the master or the mix channel. So under audio 1, we're going to hit this little tiny caret in the top left, show hide audio effects and sends. We're going to click that, and this gray thing comes up. We're going to go to the very top under the effects selection. We're going to go down to VST3. It is a VST3 plugin. We're going to tools, Unimule, and we're going to pick what Alex we want. So remember, audio track 1 is actually the game sound effects. So we're going to hit sound effects. Under the second one, and you saw this little guy showed up here, the little Android face. He's listening. He's going to be listening as we play the stuff. Under the second one, remember that is my microphone. That is going to be voice. Under the third one, remember that's Discord. We're not going to put anything on there because there's no sound from it. Under the fourth one, that is the normal game music. We're going to use music. And under the fifth one, this is fight music. We're also going to use music, but we're going to change that one around. And under the fifth one, I normally don't mess with this one because I like it stock, but we're going to put the master on there. So none of these things have anything set up yet. The way we're going to do this is the first one, audio 1. Well, first, know this going in that I know the way my voice is recorded, it's a little bit high the way it puts it, the way Alex Audio Butler puts it. And that's okay because I can still control the gain of my voice here. So I know it's going to go up high, so I'm going to reduce the gain of my voice down to about -7. And that usually has it come out pretty darn good. Not too high, not too low. What Alex Audio Butler will do is it will try to raise all the sounds when they're going to mix nicely, and it'll also keep it right at this 0 mark here, and the 0 mark is 0 decibels. And anything above that will actually distort in YouTube, so it'll sound really bad. But anything at it or lower should sound good, but it depends on what volume you have things turned up at. So the way we're going to set these settings up for these things is we're going to click on in the up here where we put all of our separate track things. We're going to double click the first one. And it brings up this little window here. Now you can tell this is audio 1, slot 1. We're just going to go ahead and drag it over here, and we're going to click on this little targeted thing with an X and click that there, and that'll keep this window open while we're doing everything. If I didn't do that and I clicked on this one, it would just replace this window. So you might want to make sure that's clicked. And we're going to do that for all of them, for all the tracks that we're using. So 1, 2, then we're going to go to number 4 over here. And keep that open. And number 5, keep that open. Well, we're going to get to these in just a sec, but I'm going to bring up the master. Now the master in here, it's for online use, and its compression is general. If it wasn't loud enough, you could actually boost the compression, but I don't like to do that. So I keep it under general and online, so it's the default settings. So I turn it on over here, but I don't really change anything. So we don't need to keep this one up. If you wanted to make it better volume for like broadcast, that's fine. Or for archiving, which is like for like podcasts, e-learning, it's like a moderate volume. You can do that too, but I like to keep mine under online for these videos. So we're going to close that. Now we're going to take this video, we're going to go all the way back to the beginning, and we're going to keep in mind this music's still here. I haven't changed the gain of the music, but under sound effects, I like to keep it at like a 3 or a 4, because you should still be able to hear the game. So right now, we're going to keep it as a 4. And then under here for the ducking is when it'll turn something else down, but keep something else at the same level. So do we want to duck the sound effects while we're actually talking? It's all about talking. It's right. It's the voice thing over here. If we want it to be subtle ducking, so it gently moves the sound effects down as we're talking, then we use subtle. If we want to use obvious ducking, so as you're talking and say something happens to the sound effects, it'll be completely obvious that it gets shut off, or at least turned down. Like it'll go from a gain of like 0 down to like -10, with a snap. Subtle is like it kind of goes down gently. Obvious is it's obvious, and then off turns ducking off, and it just doesn't lower the volume at all. But these target volume ones will lower the volume for everything. But I just kind of like to keep mine at subtle, and at volume 4 is loud. You can tell this guy just updated his analysis, even though it doesn't really count yet. Under voice, I use a constant source, right? It's just my microphone, it's my voice. So I'm going to change this to constant. And I like to go natural compression because to me, it sounds better. But if your voice needs a little bit of boost, you can go to general, or I don't recommend it, but you could go to max. It's a little bit harsher and washed out, but it does come through very clear. But I like to use natural. And then under music here, I guess there are presets. I don't think there's anything loaded though. So for the regular music, I'm going to keep it at a volume of 1. And we're going to do, at first, we're going to probably do subtle ducking, but we're going to keep it at medium. And then for the fight music, we're going to keep it at a volume of 4. And we will do, it's not going to duck at all, but we'll do subtle ducking. The contrasting is where the music, it'll come in and out, loud, not loud. And then it'll completely get super quiet when you start talking, and then it'll go right back up. So this does work in real time, although the first pass can be a little bit rough. Let's go ahead and listen to what it sounds like. And this guy's analysis will update as we go. So I'm going to hit play. Hey folks, it's Fist-25 back at you with another Drake interplanetary ship review. This time it is on the Drake Herald with its gigantic engine in the back and its little brother right under it, as you can see. We're going to get this video started right now. Okay, so that was the intro to the video. And this guy just updated his analysis. Now, if we were to keep playing, it would keep analyzing. But we're going to go back to the beginning, and we're going to sound, now it's already done its analysis and it's applied it. Now it should sound smoother and better without that constant up and down. Hey folks, it's Fist-25 back at you with another Drake interplanetary ship review. This time it is on the Drake Herald with its gigantic engine in the back and its little brother right under it, as you can see. We're going to get this video started right now. If you look up here, see it's updating analysis because we haven't gone through this yet. So now it's actually learning still. Oh, and here's our Patreon stuff. Want to make sure to say thank you to you guys. We got Skidmark, Blackstar, and Cindy. Thank you to our patrons. I want to do a live version of something. So I'm still brainstorming that, but stay tuned for that one. So that is the basic of Alex Audio Butler. Now I want to move this stuff over because right now I feel like my voice is actually too loud for it. Even though I turned it down. So I'm going to turn it down even more. I'm going to go down to like negative 8.5. Okay, let's see what that sounds like. Hey folks, it's Fist-25 back at you with another Drake interplanetary ship
too
review.
loud.
This time it is on the Drake Herald with its gigantic engine in the back and its little brother right under it, as you can see. We're going to get this video started right now.
So with that, you heard my voice go lower as I lowered the gain on my voice volume down to -13. Now let's see what that sounds like in the rest of the video, though.
So the right side entry, your ship.
See, the sound effects are loud.
There we go. The door.
So let's go back a little bit. So I'm going to take the sound effects down to 3, and let's see what that sounds like.
Inside this ship. So the right side entry, your ship. So there we go. The door opened. We're now inside the ship. Oh, now my light wants to work. Okay, so let's go ahead and get the ship turned on, and we'll do an internal tour.
All right, so now that was processing while we were doing this. Let's hear it now that the processing is over.
Ship. So the right side entry, your ship.
Okay, sound effects are so good.
So there we go. The door opened.
You hear the music coming back
We're
up.
now inside the ship. Oh, now my light wants to work. Okay, so let's.
So I want to take the music down just a little bit. So I'm going to take the music down to about -5. Let's hear that.
Let's go ahead and get the ship turned on, and we'll do an internal tour in a minute here. Once we get started up, get off the pad, I definitely don't.
Let's hear what it sounds like.
So there we go. The door opened. We're now inside the ship. Oh, now my.
Okay, that's not too bad. Let's hear from the beginning.
Hey folks, it's Fist-25 back at you with another.
Okay, so it's still quieter. Now, if I turn this thing up to 4, listen as I mess with the volume here.
Another Drake interplanetary ship review. This time
that's super
it is
loud.
on the Drake Herald with its gigantic
So you see how
engine
quiet
in
it
the
is.
back and its little
Here's
brother
subtle.
right under it, as you can see. We're going to get this
Medium.
video started right now.
And the contrasting should turn it off as I'm talking about, like, as low as it's going to get.
Hey folks, it's Fist-25 back at you with another Drake interplanetary ship review.
I just like it at medium, a little more sound effects.
This time it is on.
There we go. Okay, now let's go over to the fight section. And we'll listen to the transition here.
Dogfighting by everyone's friend, JawaSparky. He attempts to blow things up with a Drake. Let's see y'all.
Turn that volume down a little bit. Keep in mind, guys, this is the first pass. Just keep in mind that's the first pass. It will get better.
Things up with a Drake. Let's see y'all.
See a lot smoother of a transition there. Still think it may be a little bit too loud. We'll turn it down to. And if you guys are wondering, I'm looking at this bar as the video is playing to see where my sound's at. That's pretty good. I could probably go up one.
too high. Like, that's too high. I think this is good because the 2 here gives us, you can hear the sound effects enough. And this video, when we shot it, it was so weird because I only got the final explosion. Like, you can hear the explosions, but that was just the way it came out. There was, Jawa killed 2 guys, and I never got it on film. I did get the last one, though. Whoa, too many spoilers. Okay. So let's go back to the beginning part here. 314, kind of make this a little bit easier instead of having to go through all this guy's shield facings as he rolls his ship. So you can hear the music's kind of fair volume. He'd probably be dead in 314 at this point. Yep, there he goes. I think it may still be a little too loud. We're able to kill a Drake Cutlass Black. It's Drake on Drake violence, and let's try this. As he rolls his ship, he should be. Hey, Skip Marks in the chat. Hey, buddy, how's it going? This is hope you can see everything pretty well. This is a Patreon only stream. So I'm glad you made it in as a patron. So this is the basics of Alex Audio Butler, and I guess a little bit of Adobe Premiere. As we zoom in, we can see some more of the, of the video itself, and how I just basically took off. We did like a tour. We looked at the Drake, and we flew around a little bit, and I think we just straight up just took a mission. Normally in here, I might have messed up on this video. It's been a while since we taped it, but like usually if there's big gaps in here, I'm not talking, and I know I need to cut the video. Because of the different colors, it's really easy for me to pick out, but I guess I'm talking like the whole time, so there's no cut here in between flying the ship and looking for a mission and stuff like that. So, okay, so we got the Audio Butler stuff in there. It looks like we got our gains just about right. And every video is just a little bit different because the microphone's further closer away. It depends on what software we're using, etc., etc. And anyway, that's just kind of how this is. So while I'm exporting, we're also going to do the thumbnail for the video live on air here. So the thing with you like it, Skip Mark, yeah. How we make the videos, buddy. When it's a really complicated video like the 890, there's so many cuts and things in there that it can become it can just take hours and hours and hours to edit, cut, do effects, things like that.
Overwhelming.
It can be, yeah. So one thing we did not do, though, Jawa, is when we transition here from the one song to another, we did not put the like a crossfade in there. So we're going to click on effects here. And I'm going to pick exponential fade, and I'm going to apply it to the end of that track and the start of this track. So they should fade nicely in and out. This one I'll actually probably make longer because it'll signify that we're transitioning. We'll see y'all in just a sec. So that sounds way better than just boom, the music cutting out like real quick, right? And then we're going to do the same thing here at the end where we transition again into the softer music, but it's the same song. This one can be a little bit harder of a cut or smaller of a fade. Let's see what it sounds like. All right, folks. All right, that was first pass. Second pass. All right, folks. Well, this is Fist, and I wanted to. I know it sounds rough, but it's because it's processing the first pass. All right, folks. Well, so I definitely want these fades to go longer. So I'll probably push them out a little bit. All right, folks. Well, this is Fist, and I wanted to thank you for watching the video on the Break Herald. I'm curious to what you think about this ship. Do you like it? Do you own it? Okay, let's see what the rest of that sounds like after it's processed. Fist, and I wanted to thank you for watching the video on the Break Herald. I'm curious to what you think about this ship. Do you like it? Do you? Okay, so I don't mind that. It still feels a little loud to me, but it's not horrible. I think I have one video, maybe another time when we have more effects, I'll actually show you how I do like the effects and stuff. Like if you see this part here where it says pilot JawaSparky, that's actually a motion graphics template that kind of comes together like that. And then I have to put all that stuff in there. And then even at the very end of the like and subscribe stuff here, that guy, that's a custom motion graphics template too. So anyway, that is how we do that. Now, the crappy part about Alex Audio Butler is two things. One, you could just take this video and play it from start to finish. And it's about 46, so 47 minutes long or so. And it could process the entire video if I just let it play. But that's 47 minutes that takes. There is a faster way to do that. And first I'm going to save. Faster way to do that is to go up here to File and go to Export and go to Media. And what you want to do is you want to export it as a just an audio file. Normally I'm exporting as a H.264 as a video, right? And that's what I'll do at the very end. But the audio without Alex Audio Butler will process all the way through. You just have to make sure it's not set up to do video, right? Or else I'd have to do the whole video 3 times. So I can just process audio. I like to use AIFF. You can also use the Windows Media, I think Waveform. There's maybe another one, but I use AIFF. And the crappy part here is I got to do this like 3 times. And you'll see this little guy's face when it's done. It'll say something like incomplete analysis or something like that. And it's not going to be good until he has a happy face and it says analysis complete. So while it's processing that, we're going to work on the thumbnail. So that part's there, and let's go ahead and hit export. I know it's where it's going, so it's not gonna, it has to do these previews, and we'll just let it go for now. We'll be able to keep track of the little progress bar down here in the bottom of the screen. Let me open up this guy. We'll go to a website called Snappa, and whoa, that's super bright. Of course, I need to log in. Okay, so now we're at Snappa. We're going to go to a YouTube thumbnail, and we're going to create it from scratch. I do have a bunch of saved ones. So here's some stuff from the past, right? And I made them all in this program. Even my very first one with the Super Hornet down here, all the way to this stuff over here. So, but we're just going to create a graphic from scratch. And now I believe I did save some, like a screenshot somewhere. I just got to find it if I can. These are all Invictus stuff. I think the sorting of this is maybe really weird. That or Reshade's putting them in. Yeah. So it's doing it kind of backwards.
There's PO. All right, let's see what it looks like. Morrison's just super dark. Yeah, I saw those two guys. There's a good one for the Dragonfly video. That's the next video. Hurston, me and Jawa hanging out. Let's see. Buddies. Okay, so I don't have one of the Herald. But that's okay, because we're just going to pull it from the video itself. So we go to the recordings. All right, so this is the actual raw footage from the Herald video. So that's not a bad shot like that, because it just makes it so huge. But the problem with this shot is that the engine, like, I like to put stuff in the top left corner and then my logo in the top right and then stuff on the bottom. That may work. So we'll, in VLC here, we'll go to video and we will hit take snapshot. So it saves that snapshot. I know I have some stuff of it flying around as well. It's not a horrible shot. Come on, Fist. I know you can get a better shot than that. That's actually not a horrible one right there, but not many people would know what it was. Okay. That wasn't too bad. We can see it's almost done with its first export in Premiere. Let's keep going here. Sorry if anybody's chatting. I'm not really watching the chat right now. Am I just sitting here? What's going on? Oh, it's probably using the hard drive. Yeah. That's what's going on. So we got to wait till this part's done, because the encoding uses a ton of CPU. So I hope the stream is actually still going. That would be bad if it wasn't. Looks like it is, though. Any day. I have yet to have a video that didn't take at least three pushes through this. I've had a couple videos, so I had to do this like 5 times. But it was shorter doing that 5 times than it was doing the entire like 2.5 hour video and just letting it go. Come on, buddy. You gotta finish up at some point. Sorry, guys. It's taking a hot minute here. There we go. Okay. So as we click back up here, it says export has incomplete analysis. Analysis is updating accordingly. So it got part of it. And so what we got to do is we just got to do that again. So it's AIFF. It's going to do that. It's boom, export, let it run. So now we're back into VLC. Maybe. Might have crapped out on us. Start doing your thing. Let's see what happens here. Okay, so that did work. Okay, so I know I took some shots around the asteroids here. That's actually not bad right there either. Wish I had a little more light on it. Man, that's actually not a bad shot. We're gonna take a snapshot of that. We're going to keep going. And I know I got a halfway decent view on the outro. Okay, that's about the end of that video. Let's see. We got some good stuff on the chase too. Jawa up there. It's pretty small though. I mean, it looks good in video. It just doesn't look great as a still. Yeah. Not going to get much in the chase. And then the outro, just not enough light and it's not turned the right way. Oh, excuse me. Let's see. There's just not enough light. Okay, so we got two choices here. Let me bring them both up. Okay. So we got this guy right here, which I don't mind at all. And then we got this guy, which I really like this as well, because there's a lot of light on it. Skidmark, are you watching? Which one do you want? Do you like number 1, which is in space, or number 2, which is on the platform? If you're still watching. or Jawa, you too. Did you like number 1 in space or number 2 on the platform?
Actually, I can't see the stream. So
really? Are you on? If you go to YouTube, you can get on it.
Oh, okay.
You'll see that it's recording live. Just go to Studio or something.
Oh, okay.
Or
All
go
right.
to Patreon in Discord, and you'll see the link there too. So you like the Skidmark likes the one on the platform. I do too. I like this one the best. Oops. Obviously, it's not that one. Can you see it now, Jawa?
Not yet.
I know it's showing because I'm watching it. Spooky.
Oh, spooky. Yeah. Okay. Go ahead.
Okay. Hold on. So this is number 2, and then that's number 1. That's the one in space.
I like number 2 better.
Yeah, I do too. Okay, so we'll go with number 2. We'll see that this guy is finishing up. And let's find our... So we're going to click on background in Snappa. And we're going to go to uploads, and we're going to load our snap in here. Okay, and then we're going to click on it. Wow, there we go. So this thing is loaded in. Now we're going to go to text. We're going to add a new heading. As far as the heading font goes, I usually choose the same one. I choose Source Serif Pro Black. And then I usually make it about 90 to start with. And then I always do offset of 5 and a blur of 3. So it kind of has a drop shadow. And then I will put the text in here. So we'll say a guide to the, keep that just like that. And then we can mess with the colors here. We could go gray, or we could go like there's not really a good silver. There's a yellows in this picture. So we could go like a dark yellow, or even I kind of like that because it stands out really, really well. So say a guide to the, and then we can copy and paste that. Oops. Drake Herald. And we'll put the Drake logo up there. See how it cuts off the engine right here? I don't love that. And we can even make this a different color too. Although Stalker, Skidmark says. I don't like the purple. It's very, there's a lot of yellows on the ship, and there's a lot of like dark grays. I don't mind that with a lighter shadow. Something like that. 'Cause that actually goes pretty well with Drake's logo. So here's Drake's logo. We could do something like that. Guide to the Drake. Should make Herald bigger. 100. How does that look, Skipmark? Or Jawa? Does that look all right?
Let me get over there. The yellow could be a little bit, I don't know, brighter.
You think?
Yeah, at least on my end here.
What do you think of that?
Yeah.
I just made it brighter. So darker.
I know what you're going after. It's just a little more yellow. There, stop. There, yeah.
That one, that's actually darker on my screen. It's all right.
Yeah.
I think it looks pretty good. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And the drop shadow, we could actually make that a little bit lighter. We could do that with like a darker yellow, even like a yellow black. Yeah, like that.
There you go. That looks good.
Yeah, I like that. Okay, so we got that part in there. And then I like to just copy and paste that towards the bottom, and we'll say something like 3.13.14. I gotta think of what to say here. We usually start with 2021. Something like that. Whoops. And we'll make that smaller, about 75. Change the color of that guy to like a purple. I like the bright purple. Change that to something a bit darker. That may be too dark. Okay, I like that. And then we'll go to graphics. Oh, looks like Audio Butler's done. It said export has incomplete analysis once again. So, like I said, we'll probably have to do this 3 times. Media, and we'll hit export again. Okay, and it's exporting away. We'll bring up our graphics here. And it's my logo. And stick this guy up in the corner. Something like that. Pretty standard for me doing that now. And this is pretty much our thumbnail. The only thing I don't really like about it is that it takes away from the top of the ship there. So at this point, it's good to like experiment. We could easily move some of this down. Right? Just to see what it looks like. This thing is, yeah. Save some screen space here if we can. And we can even make this logo a little bigger. Move this guy. I don't know if I like that guy up there. So I don't like that design. I like having the guide up there towards the top, but I think we might just move this guy down here. Actually make that bigger. Something like that. Make this guy smaller. Actually, something like that. I like that. This guy bigger. The Drake logo a bit bigger. There we go. That's not too bad. All right. Okay. So that's sure. Okay. That works. So I'm going to call this the Herald. I'm going to hit save. And I'm not going to hit export because you can only get so many of these per month for free. But I cheat a little bit. I will hit the snipping tool and I will just snip it right out of there. Snip that image. I'll save it to my normal directory and I'll call it Herald thumbnail. And booyah. So that is done. That is saved. That part is complete. And we're just gonna wait on this to finish, and then I'll do the upload into YouTube actually. We'll get the whole thing on video here, Jawa. I know you already know how to do that.
Cool.
But we'll make sure Audio Butler actually does its job here. Okay, this is the third export, and it is currently, actually we won't do it because I'm going to have to actually render the whole video. But maybe in another video we'll show everybody how we do the actual upload. But once we get this guy done and the Audio Butler is happy, then that means the audio is done and I can actually render out the whole video. And then once it's done, it'll probably take about a half hour to render it. And then we'll get it put up on YouTube. And this one will probably go straight to YouTube because we're doing a Patreon thing on the making of the video. And you've already seen a little bit of it. Trust me, guys, there's not that much there. It's not that exciting. Oh, and look, export successful. Thanks for using Alex Audio Butler. So that means everything exported correctly on that last run. It's pulled in all of the data it needs. We're going to hit a save. It takes a little bit longer because now it has hundreds, if not thousands, of gain changes to the music and to the sound effects as I'm talking. And there's so many of them now. That's what Alex Audio Butler does. So if we just pick a random spot and just listen to some sound, let's go ahead and do that. We're doing this on the fly. We're going to gimbal these. We're going to go with Canons. Of course, this is not going to be the best in a fight, right? But so it's still going. It's slow now because of all the changes. There's so many different options here. All right, we're going to go with the fixed loadout. Sorry to mislead everybody. You could go with the gimbals. But, I am changing my mind here. We're going to go with FL22s. And, of course, the GT220
come on,
it has a really high IR temp, which maybe we go with that.
It's not responding, Joe. It's not responding.
Redder, which is a little bit better, or...
Okay.
Let's see, the Tiger Strike is pretty much the same as far as heat. Maybe we just go with a Cannon.
Well, I'm glad I saved this.
Something with I don't like the mass drivers for this, or really the deadbolts. I'd say we go with a single Tarantula Mark III. Lower our heat signature overall from the
I can get it to stop.
Repeater, and that way we go with the Cannon build, so it's a little bit slower to fire.
Oh, maybe not.
As you can see, the Shields power plant coolers.
That's what I gotta do.
They're all stealth grade C components.
Boom! I had to end the task. There's just so much processing going on at that point. It doesn't want to stop. So, but we did save it. So, let me bring it back up.
jeez. Sorry about that, y'all. Premiere takes an incredible amount of memory and processing power sometimes to run. Yeah, it can get pretty crazy. And this is even on an SSD that's running on, because at least the video and all the stuff for the video. So there's just that much going on in the background with the sound. So you gotta wait for this thing to load. Okay, so now we're not gonna screen it anymore. We're actually gonna go export it, and we're gonna do the real export if it comes up here. Get rid of these windows at this point. Come on. Export to media.
Why don't you use the export in the top right-hand corner?
I don't like using that.
No.
I'm stubborn. A creature of habit.
No.
I move it to H.264. I will rename this to a guide to the courier ship. Save. We're going to do all that stuff. I do use optical flow instead of frame sampling. And I make sure this guy says the entire sequence. And then I will actually throw it into the media encoder queue, which uses Adobe Media Encoder, which I have found it's a little more efficient, I guess would be a good word for that. It takes a minute to port it over, but the way Adobe works is usually all their stuff interacts with each other, if that makes sense. Like if you do something in the same project with Premiere, you can also open up that project in After Effects. And if you do something in After Effects, it will show up in Premiere and vice versa. They all kind of share the same architecture of the API. And that's kind of cool. And that's how Adobe is a little bit more efficient than other video editors. So anyway, everything's loaded in here. I'm just going to hit, as soon as it lets me go, I'm going to hit the play button. And now the video's encoding. Or it's about to be encoding down here. So that about wraps it up, guys, for the Patreon stream. I hope you guys enjoyed. I know we haven't done anything in a while, video-wise, except for a couple streams that we've done. But it's, with 314 and PTU, there's not a lot that we want to do until it actually goes to the PU. Right? I want to get more stuff of the new version of Star Citizen. So we have more content to put out. And hey, it's almost the end of July right now, and 315 is like right on the horizon, right? We should hopefully be seeing 315 by late August, early September, at the worst case for going to Evocati. We better, because this July is the start of the third quarter. Right, and they pretty much started 314 Evocati at early July, and here we are almost a month later because of all the rebalances. And I know the big holdup with CIG right now is QA, and they just don't have and it's the same thing at my job where I'm a QA. There's just not enough QA to go around. They hired 100 new art developers in Montreal, but they hired no QA. So. Shit, Jawa, I should even apply, huh? I should apply for a part-time gig at CIG remote as a QA.
There you go. There you go.
But I know a lot of their QA is actually software coding, and I don't know that stuff very well. I'm more hardware centric, and unfortunately for hardware, you have to be on site for that stuff. So, but anyway, guys, look for this video to hit tomorrow, Monday. It'll come out in 1080p first. I'll probably have it drop sometime around noon tomorrow on Monday, noon Mountain Time, and it'll take a couple days before it goes over to 1440p, but most people watch in 1080p. So I do want to say thank you guys for being patrons for Fisting Jawa. It is very much appreciated. We actually haven't spent a dime of your money yet. We haven't. We're actually probably going to wait until close to the end of the year, and then we'll do like one payment, and we'll probably prepay